Hello guys, this is Akash. Welcome back to this YouTube channel Nurture with Lecture. In this video, I am going to discuss the quadratic equations. This is a JEE 2024 Elevate batch. You already know. Recently, I have launched the batch video, that is Elevate batch launch. In that video, I already explained every chapter will be discussed from basic to advanced. So this is a first video in that series. This is Elevate batch. In this Elevate batch, I am going to discuss the quadratic equations from basic to advanced. First of all, I want to clear this as I will be going to explain each and every concept from basic to advanced, so that after watching this video there is no need to do any type of work in that chapter, but you have to practice the questions, but the revision of concept is not needed. Just you have to practice some more problems. There is a PYQs, that's it. You will not need to any practice any questions, higher level questions. Here in this video only so many questions has been solved. If you don't have time, there is no need to practice problems, but if you have still time, I will highly recommend you to practice the problems. Now let's get into the video and start the chapter, that is quadratic equations, which is one of the important chapters in JEE Mains Mathematics. The weightage of this chapter is around plus 4 marks. If you practice this chapter, you will going to get around plus 4 marks. So this 4 marks weightage is not a simple weightage. You can easily get 4 marks, but you have to understand the basic concepts. So in this video, I am going to explain each and every concept from basic to advanced, so that if up to now anyone didn't prepare anything, easily they can easily grasp the concept in the chapter. So now let's get into the video. Basically, in this video, I am going to explain first of all what is quadratic equations. What is quadratic equation? And second thing, and what is the nature of quadratic equation? Nature of quadratic equation. And third thing, most important concept, that is location of roots. Like this, so many important concepts are there in quadratic equation, but these three are the most important concepts. In that concepts, there are some more concepts. So I will explain when I am going to explain those concepts, but you have to understand, if you are going to watch from starting, that is if you want to watch this video, watch till the end. Don't skip at the middle, because half knowledge is more dangerous. You have to understand the concept fully, so that you can easily solve any question, so that you will make understand what is the important concepts in these quadratic equations. So first and most important thing is, if you want to watch this video, watch till the end. I will guarantee you, definitely you will understand the concept. I will easily make you understand the concept as well as the practice problems, but you have to watch till the end, as well as you have to practice some more problems. So first of all, I will discuss each and every concept here, and basically in this video, what I am going to cover: complete quadratic equation concept, plus PYQs. Not all PYQs, some important PYQs are there, I will discuss. First of all, you have to understand what is quadratic equation. If you understand what is quadratic equation, definitely you will understand this chapter. First of all, if you want to understand quadratic equation, you have to understand what is a linear equation. And if you want to understand the linear equation, you have to understand what is equation. What is equation? Any expression which is equal to 0 is called an equation. It can be easily explained, that is, if an equation contains an equal to sign and it is representing anything, yes, it is an equation. Suppose I am giving an example. Suppose if you think an example, that is 2x plus 3y equal to 5. Suppose if you take this example, this is an equation because it is having an equal to sign. If it has an equal to symbol in the expression, definitely it is an equation. So if equation is clear, then what is linear equation? If in this equation, if you observe, that is the powers of variables. Powers of variables. That is, what are the variables here? Here the variables are x and y. What are the powers of variable? I mean to ask you that what are the powers of the variables of x and y? And what is the power? The superscript. It is called superscript. Superscript. X superscript is called power. So what is x superscript here? The x superscript is 1 here. So the 1 is called power of this variable x, and 1 is the power of variable y. So if the power is equal to 1 and having an equal to sign, this entire thing is equal, we can say as linear equation. Linear equation we can say. If it having the power 1, suppose if it does not having the power 1 and the equation looks like this, 2x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. It having an equal to sign, so it can be said as an equation. And also, what is that is a superscript of x variable, highest superscript in an equation. Here there are two superscripts, that is 2, and here it is 1. The highest is called is said to be the power of the equation, that is the power of the variable x. Here two x's are there, so when two x are present, the highest power is said to be the degree. The highest power here is 2, so 2 is said to be power as well as a degree. Here the power is equal to 1, or we can say degree equal to 1. In the equation, if the degree equal to 1 and having the equal to sign, it is said to be linear equation. And if the degree is 2 and our power equal to 2 and having the equal to sign, then it is called as quadratic equation. This is the basic thing you have to understand. It is called quadratic equation. And next, this is a quadratic equation, and next we are going to discuss. Now it is easy to understand that what is a quadratic equation. First of all, if you want to understand the quadratic equation, you have to understand the linear equation, and if you understand the linear equation, you have to understand what is the equation. Equation is any expression having an equal to sign. And what is a linear equation? If the equation having the equal to sign as well as it has the highest power or degree of the variable as 1, then it is said to be linear equation. And if the power or degree is equal to 2 and having an equal to sign, then it is said to be a quadratic equation. And now we are going to find what is the roots. What is the roots of the equation? Roots of the quadratic equation. It is also one of the important concept. What is the root of the quadratic equation? First of all, in order to understand, I will connect the dots. In this chapter, I will connect the dots between the relation of the concepts. So, in order to understand the roots of the quadratic equation, what you have to understand? You have to understand the roots of the linear equation. Roots of the linear equation. So, what are the roots of linear equation? Suppose if I take 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. Is it a linear equation? Yes, it is a linear equation, that because it has an equal to sign as well as the power or degree of x is 1. So, it is a linear equation. What is the root of the quadratic equation and how it is even defined? The roots of the quadratic equation is defined by the value of x at which the expression becomes 0 or equation becomes 0. We can say what value of x? What value of x the equation becomes 0? The equation becomes 0. The equation becomes 0 is called roots. Is called root of the equation. Is called root of the equation, we can say. And one more thing, it is called root of the equation. Basic definition of root of any equation, that is linear, quadratic, polynomial, any equation you can say, you have to understand what value of x. If I keep the value of any x, that is I can substitute 0, 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3 or any value. If the equation becomes 0 after substituting that value is said to be the root of that equation. So here what you can understand, suppose I am taking again example, that is 5x plus 3 equal to 0. At what value the equation becomes 0? At what value the equation becomes 0? If I write like this, 5x equal to minus 3, x equal to minus 3 by 5. Yes, I find out the value of x. If I again back substitute the value of x in this expression or equation, you can say, what I will get? 5 into minus 3 by 5 plus 3 is equal to 0. 5 cancel, minus 3 plus 3 and minus 3 plus 3 equal to 0, 0 equal to 0. Yes, the what value of x it is satisfying? At x equal to minus 3 by 5, this equation becoming 0. So this value of x is said to be the root of the equation. Root of linear equation. Normal equation it is not. It is linear equation. Root of the linear equation. Now you have to understand what is the root of quadratic equation. Here you find out the value of x. Here also in the root of quadratic equation, roots, here it is not root, it is a roots because, and one more thing I want to make clear. Here suppose in the I will make you understand. Suppose I am taking example x square minus 1 equal to 0. X square equal to 1, x equal to plus or minus 1. Yes. So here we got plus 1 as one answer and minus 1 as another answer for this equation. So here why we are getting two values? Here we got only one value because linear equation having only one root because the degree is 1. Quadratic equation having two roots because the degree is 2. You can understand like this. So here plus 1 minus 1 both are satisfying. You can check, that is plus 1 whole square minus 1 equal to 0. Plus 1 whole square is 1 minus it is equal to 0. Another thing, if I substitute minus 1 here in this equation, what I will get? Minus 1 whole square minus 1 equal to 0. What is minus 1 whole square? Minus 1 into minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 will become plus 1. Plus 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So here it is 0 equal to 0. Here it is 0 equal to 0. So two values are satisfying x in the equation. So these two roots, these two values of x are said to be roots of this equation. Yes. So this is the roots of the equation. Now it is a simple equation, simple quadratic equation. What if there is an expression like this? A x square plus bx plus c equal to 0. What if we got the equation like this? If the equation is like this, you have to understand, we have to find the roots. You already know there is a one formula called we can say Sri Dharacharya Bhava. We can say like this. There is an equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Here the a and b and c are said to be. These values are said to be what? These are the coefficients. A and b are the coefficients. Coefficients of variable. Coefficients of variable x. And what is c? C is a constant. Here a and b are also constant, but those are the coefficients of x square and x. But c is a single independent term which is called as constant. You have to understand. So now if you see, now we have to find the values. If there is a direct expression like this, x square minus 1 equal to 0, you can easily equate to 1 and we can find the values of x. But it is a generalized expression for any quadratic equation. You can take any quadratic equation and I want to calculate the roots of the quadratic equation. What you have to do? You have to simply use the formula, that is x equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Yes, this is the value of x. Now you have to ask a question, because here I written x. What is the another x? Because quadratic equation having two roots. The second root is this one. First root is plus. You have to take plus value. After taking plus value, you will get one value, and the next value can be calculated by taking minus. So plus value you can get one value, minus value you can get one value. So two values can be get. So these two values are the roots. Suppose if I take example in the previous example only, that is x square minus 1 equal to 0. Compare this equation. If you want to find any roots of this equation to any quadratic equation, you have to just compare the equation with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. If I compare, what I will get values a equal to 1 because the quotient of x square is said to be 1. And what is the quotient of x? It is b here, but there is no quotient of x here. So what I can write? B equal to 0. And what is c? C is a constant and it is minus 1. Using these values, these three values, if I substitute into this equation, I will get the values. What I will get the values? I will get minus b. First, I have to substitute 0 here. So minus 0 plus or minus root of 0 square minus 4 into, what is a here? A is 1. And what is c here? C is minus 1. Yes? Under root divided by 2a. What is 2 into a? 2 into 1, that is 2. Yes? So minus 0 plus or minus root of, what is 0 square? It is 0 only. And minus 4 into minus 1, it is plus 4 divided by 2. Yes, minus 0 is simply 0. So simply it is plus or minus under root 4 by 2. Plus or minus, what is under root 4? Under root 4 is 2 divided by 2. If I cancel 2 and 2, what I will get? I will get plus or minus 1. So this plus or minus 1 is equal to this plus or minus 1. So what you can understand from here? If you want to calculate the roots of any quadratic equation, simply use this equation. There is no need to remember the proof because JEE Mains exam is a MCQ type. There is no need to write any descriptive part. So simply you have to remember, if you want to calculate the roots of the quadratic equation, you have to use this formula. Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. And this value can be calculated by comparing the equation with ax square plus bx plus c. And write the values like this: a equal to 1, b equal to 0, c equal to minus 1. And next substitute the values and find the roots like this. And next, the most important concept, the quadratic equation concept is completed, but there is one more important concept, that is nature of roots. Now we understand what is roots. What is the root of the quadratic equation? How we can find the quadratic equation roots? Now what is the roots, nature of root? And why? What is the importance of discussing the nature of roots? You have to understand. Nature, they are saying nature. Suppose I am going to write some numbers here, you have to understand. Suppose I am writing 2 and 2 as one pair, and I am going to write 1 and 5 as another pair, and next I am going to write minus 1 plus root 3 by root 3i divided by 2 comma minus 1 minus root 3i divided by 2. I want you to understand what is the difference between these three pairs. What is the difference between these three pairs? If you understand the difference between these three pairs, you can easily relate to the equation of quadratic. If you make you understand that is a 2, 2 pair, these 2, 2 are the equal values. Equal values. And 1, 5 are not equal values. Not equal values, but real values. Those are. That is real numbers. Here also equal values and real numbers. And next, and this pair are not real, not equal. Those are imaginary, or you can say complex. Imaginary or complex. Yes, understand? So, what is the relation from this and to the quadratic roots? If you understand what is a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c. If I want to find the roots of this equation, I can easily find, that is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Yes? So what is the need to calculate the nature of the roots? If I want to find the roots, it is really important. What is the nature of the roots? It is getting. So if you understand, what is a deciding term? Why there are three pairs becoming? Why you are getting three pairs? These three pairs of what I written here are the roots of any quadratic equation, you can say. So why you are getting three different type of values? Here you got equal values and real values. Here you got not equal values and real values. Here you got not real, not equal, and imaginary or complex you got. So here the deciding term is this one. With the help of this value, you can understand what you will get. this entire value root of b square minus 4ac is said to be d value. This d is said to be discriminant value. You have to understand what is meant by discriminant. Suppose if I replace this one to d, x equal to minus b plus or minus d divided by 2a. Yes. Suppose if I make cases, 3 cases. What are the cases? If I make the cases and if I make the case 1, what is the case 1? What if d is equal to 0? This is the first case. What if d is greater than 0? What is d less than 0? D less than 0. This entire term, that is root of b square minus 4ac, is not we will take. We will take only b square minus 4ac value. This b square minus 4ac value is said to be d value, not entire root. You can calculate the entire root, but there is no need, because the root term, what is the main important thing in mathematics? Under root term should not be negative. Should not be negative value. Yes. So we can skip the root and just discuss the value of bracket. That is what is the value under root. So if the value of the under root is positive, equal to 0 or less than 0, these 3 are the cases. So what is a d value we are comparing here? We are comparing just b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Yes. So if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, I am writing here b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. B square equal to 4ac. If this is a case, b square is equal to 4ac. If I find the values of a comma b comma c in the quadratic equation and write like this and find the first case, that is b square minus 4ac equal to 0 or not. If it is equal to 0, then if this condition is satisfied, then we will get equal roots. If it is greater than 0, that is b square minus 4ac greater than 0. What is it is implying? Root d, that is under root value is this one. So this is positive. So root of positive value. It is root only, root of that positive value only. So there is no need to do anything. So here what you will get? You will get not equal real roots, but you will get real values here, because it is not violating any mathematics. Here if it is d less than 0, b square minus 4ac is less than 0, and if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, what is root of d? Root of negative value, which is invalid, or you can say you will get complex roots. So these are the 3 cases. You can say these 3 are the 3 cases you are getting. So with the help of these 3 cases, you can understand what is the nature of the roots. Suppose if I take an example, x square minus 5x plus 6. Suppose this is the equation. You want to find the roots. What I said, ax square plus bx plus c you have to write and just compare the values. A equal to 1, b equal to minus 5 and c equal to 6. And what are the roots? The roots are x equal to minus b, that is minus of minus 5, plus or minus root of b square, that is minus 5 whole square, minus 4 ac, that is 1 and 6. Yes, divided by 2 into a, 2 into 1. Yes, x equal to minus into minus plus 5 plus or minus root of minus 5 whole square is 25 minus 4 6 are 24 divided by 2 into 1 is 2. So x equal to 5 plus or minus root of 1 divided by 2. Yes, because 25 minus 4 is 2. So x you will get 5 plus or minus 1 divided by 2. So what are the 2 values you are getting here? If I take the first value as plus, that is you are getting 5 plus 1 divided by 2. If I take the second value, you will get 5 minus 1 divided by 2. So 5 plus 1 divided by 2 is 3. 5 plus 1 divided by 2, because 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. What is 5 minus 1 divided by 2? It is 4 by 2. 4 by 2 is 2. So 3 and 2 are the roots of this equation. That is x square minus 5x plus c. And what is the nature of these roots? Because you have to understand the nature. The nature of these roots is these are the real values. That is the real roots. And second thing is these are not equal. Now, when I said the roots are real roots and not equal, when I said not equal real values, I said when d is greater than 0. I am just make you understand what is the case here. Here if you observe the d value, that is 25 minus 24, it is the d value. 25 minus 24, 25 minus 24 is 1. 1 is greater than 0 or not? Yes, 1 is greater than 0. That is the reason you are getting like this. Finding entire value, that is after finding the entire roots, you will not able to decide. That is it is a lengthy process to decide what is the nature of the roots. So it is better to use the value of d if this d expression is having greater than 0, if d expression is having equal to 0, if d value is less than 0. If you just check this condition, you will make it is easy to understand what is the nature of the roots. So if d is greater than 0, you will get real roots. Real roots are not equal case. And if d equal to 0, you will get real roots, but those are equal roots. Equal. Yes. And d less than 0, you will get imaginary or complex. Like this you have to understand. Yes. And next, now let's discuss one question. Because I already said to you, I already prepared the entire thing. I already prepared entire thing in the mobile, and I will make you understand what is the most important PYQs that is present. The first question is the least positive value of A for which the equation, what is the equation? 2x square plus a minus 10x plus 33 divided by 2 is equal to 2a has real roots is. You have to understand the question. What the question is demanding? The least positive value of A. So if you want to solve any question in JEE Mains Mathematics, simply understand one thing. Read step by step. That is here the first line I already read. What I understand, what value you are finding for A value, it should be positive. So A is positive. A is equal to positive value. Yes. And second thing, we have to find the value of A for which this equation, they given one equation, write down the equation. This entire equation is there, and they are asking what value of A this equation has real roots. So they already given the quadratic equation, and we already know how we can find the nature, that is d value. B square minus 4ac, you can know. They are easily saying that it has a real roots. So in order to have the real roots, it should be b square minus 4ac greater than 0. So if I apply this condition to this equation, what I will get? I will get the value of A. So what is b square? B square is this value, that is a minus 10 whole square minus 4 into, what is the value of A? A is 2. Yes. And what is the value of C? C is 33 by 2. Yes, is greater than 0. Yes, greater than 0, or you can say equal to 0. Because you have to understand one thing, it is the most important case here, because they are saying it has a real roots. I already discussed what, if it having the real roots, the discriminant should be greater than 0, or it can be equal to 0, because they are not specifying the roots are equal. They are not specifying it is not equal. They are simply saying it has real. So real having two cases, it is greater than 0 as well as it is equal to 0. So you cannot skip the equal to sign. So that is the reason I written greater than or equal to 0 here. Now if I open this, here I can cancel 2 to 2, and if I open a minus 10 whole square, what I will get? A square plus 100 minus 20a, and 4 into 33 is minus 33 into 4. What I will get? 4 3s are 12, 4 3s are 12, 13, 132, greater than or equal to 0. So a square minus 20a minus 32 greater than or equal to 0. Now what I said, here I want to calculate the value of A. That is a variable. So if I want to calculate the root of the equation, here you can say it is a quadratic equation, and I want to find the value of A. What I can do? I can simply use a formula, minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Don't confuse this a with this a. Those two values are different. Here I can say what is the value of a? Here it is a coefficient of a square. And what is the value of b? It is a coefficient of a here. And what is the value of c? It is the constant value. So if I write the values, that is minus b here is minus of minus 20 plus or minus root of, what is the value of b square? B square is minus 20 whole square, it is 400 minus what is 4 into a, what is a here? Here it is 1 into what is c here? It is minus 32. Yes, divided by 2 into what is a? A is 1. Now minus of minus 20 is 20 plus or minus root of 400 minus 4 into 32 is 32 into 4. 4 to 8, 4 is a 12, 128, and minus into minus is plus 128 divided by 2. Yes, 20 plus or minus, here if I see 400 plus 128, 400 plus 128, what value I will get? I will get 528, root of 528 divided by 2. Yes, so here you have to understand, is this the correct equation? 1 second. One second, guys. भैया वीडियो रिकॉर्ड कर रहा हूं भैया. Sorry for the disturbance, guys. Here, but here there is a blunder mistake, guys. This is the equation. Yes, there is equal to 2a sign here. That is 2a value is present. So what I have to do? 2a value I have to inculcate in this equation, but I didn't do that. So this is the reason I am getting the somewhat wrong answer. So here what I can do? I can make this 2a as to right side, because what is the format of the equation? It is expression is equal to 0. This is the format. So right side should not be any value. It should be only 0. So I have to write 2a as here. So if I write 2a as here, what I will get? I will get 2a here. That is minus 2a. So minus 2a greater than or equal to 0. So and here it will inculcate. Wait guys, I will do again, because there is a slight mistake here. That is, the equation is 2x square plus a minus 10 into x plus 33 divided by 2 minus 2a equal to 0. Yes, this is the equation. Now for this equation I have to use the relation b square minus 4ac greater than equal to 0. So what is b square? A minus 10 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 33 divided by 2 minus 2a greater than or equal to 0. So if I solve this, what I will get? A square plus 100 minus 20a minus here if I multiply these things, minus 4 into 2 is, it is 8 into 33 divided by 2 minus 2a greater than or equal to 0. Yes, so a square plus 100 minus 20a. If I multiply 8 here, what I will get? I will get minus 4 into 33 minus, because I will cancel this 2, and plus 8 is a 16a greater than or equal to 0. And if I solve this, what I will get? A square 100 and 4 into 33. Before value what I got? In the before value I got it as 128 I got. 128, is it correct? 33 into 4. 4 3 is a 12, 4 3 is a 12, 13, 132. So here also we did the blunder mistake. It is not 128, it is 132. So like this calculation mistakes you have to understand, guys. It is very important. And what is minus 20 and plus 16? It is minus 4a. And here it is 100 minus minus 132 greater than or equal to 0. So what I will get? I will get a square minus 4a minus 32 greater than or equal to 0. Yes. So now you have to understand. I have to find the value of a. So a equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Yes. So a equal to, what is minus b? Minus b is the coefficient of a here. So minus of minus 4 is 4 plus or minus root of, what is b square minus 4ac? B square minus 4ac value here is, b square is minus 4 whole square, that is 16, minus 4 into a is 1 and c is minus 32. Yes, divided by 2 into a. Here it is not the same value a. You can take that here the capital value, capital A you can take. This capital A is the coefficient of a here, that is a quadratic coefficient, that is 1. So here 2 into 1. Now we have to find the value. A equal to 4 plus or minus root of 16 minus, minus into minus, here it is plus. Here we have to find 32 into 4. 32 into 4 is 4 2 is 8, 4 3 is 12, 128. Yes, divided by 2. So a equal to 4 plus or minus 128 plus 16. It is 14, 3 4, 144. So root of 144 divided by 2. Yes. So a equal to, now you have to understand, 4 plus or minus, what is under root 144? It is 12. 12 by 2. So a equal to 4 plus or minus 12 by 2, and 4 plus or minus 12 by 2 has two values, that is 4 plus 12 by 2 has one value and another value 4 minus 12 divided by 2. So what is 4 plus 12 by 2? It is 16 by 2. Here it is minus 8 by 2. So here you got 8 as answer. Here you got minus 4 as answer. These two are the values of a. A equal to 8, a equal to minus 4. But in the question what they said? In the question they said least positive value. You have to report least positive value. So after finding the values of a, simply compare which is positive. It is negative, so it is rejected, so it is the value. So a equal to 8 is the answer. Yes, like this you have to solve. You have to understand the question. You have to simply make the step-by-step process. You have to implement step-by-step process. First understand, they given the value of a and it should be positive. You have to find the value of a and they given the one equation and they are saying it has a real roots. So by what is the real roots condition? It is a discriminant greater than 0. But here discriminant greater than 0 and it is equal to 0 also, because it has a real values. They are not saying it they have the equal roots or unequal roots. They are not saying like this. They are just simply saying real roots. So real roots condition can be greater than or equal to 0. Not only greater than 0. Greater than 0 has real roots, equal to 0 has real roots. But the equal roots having two values equal, but the real roots having the two roots unequal, like this. And next thing you have to understand is sum of the roots and product of roots. Sum of roots. Second thing, product of roots. Suppose if you take the previous equation only, here this equation, that is, what equation we can take? A square minus 4a minus 32, this equation. This equation if I take again, what I will get? A square minus 4a minus 32. Here you got a equal to 8 and a equal to minus 4. Yes. What is sum of the roots? Suppose this equation having two roots, alpha and beta. And what is alpha? Alpha is equal to 8 because these are the roots. So and beta equal to minus 4. Now what is the thing I am going to find? What is the sum of the roots? Sum is equal to 8 minus 4. Yes. What is the sum I said? It is alpha and beta. Alpha plus beta is equal to 8 minus 4 is 4. I got alpha plus beta equal to 4. And alpha plus beta equal to 4, you have to understand what is the value of 4 here. 4 is the coefficient of a here. Yes. And the coefficient is minus 4. And there is again a minus. Again minus 1. And there is a division of 1. Now, if I generalize the equation, what I will get? Sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to simply minus of b by a. For this equation, if you see here, minus b by a, What is the value here? Why I am writing like this? Because some of the roots I found that it is a coefficient of x value. That is, suppose if I take the a as x here, it is simply the coefficient. And by taking the negative sign outside, if I multiply negative sign outside, that is minus of b by a, it is a value. So alpha plus beta equal to minus b is the this value. Now, what is the product of roots? So here I will make you understand. Minus of, what is the value of b here? B is the quotient of a here, that is minus 4, divided by what is the value of a? A is the quotient of a square. So here it is 1. So minus of minus 4 is plus 4. And this is same as this one. So alpha plus beta we can write as minus b by a simply. B is the quotient of x and a is the quotient of x square. So like this you have to show. And next, product of roots. What is product of roots here? Suppose here I taken alpha and beta. Here also alpha and beta. But now we have to do product alpha into beta. Or simply you can take alpha beta. Alpha beta equal to, what is the product? 8 into minus 4. Minus 4 is 32. 8 into minus 4 is 32. And alpha plus beta I said minus 32. If we see here minus 32 is same as the equation value. Minus 32 both are equal. So what I can replace here? Alpha beta is equal to c. But you have to divide with the coefficient of the quadratic, that is x square or a square, anything. So it is simply c by a. These minus b by a and c by a are the values derived from ax square plus bx plus c. I am taking example a square minus 4a minus 12 as an equation to explain you how we can derive product and sum. So here alpha and beta equal to c by a from this equation, that is minus 32, same as here, and alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. Like this you have to solve. Now you are already understand what is a quadratic equation, what is how we can find the roots of the quadratic equation, what is the nature of the quadratic equation, and these things you are understand now. Now I am going to tell you that is what is symmetric equations. Symmetric equation, that is symmetric expressions of roots. Suppose I taken ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and I am going to say that alpha and beta are the roots of this quadratic equation. Now, what is the meaning of symmetric? Symmetric, both values, if I interchange, there should be no difference in the equation. Suppose if alpha beta are the roots of this equation, and I have to find alpha square plus beta square equation. This should be the root of the equation. How we can find the root of this equation? Simply, if I interchange alpha here and beta here, there is no difference. It is called symmetric equation. That is, the values are interchanged. Suppose it is not the case that alpha and beta are the roots. Yes, it is alpha, beta are the roots. Suppose if there is a value that is alpha square plus beta square, I have to find. And if I substitute alpha in the place that is beta and in the beta in the place alpha, if there is no change in the equation is alpha square plus beta square, it is called as symmetric. You can say like that. So what is the important case? It is alpha square plus beta square. If I want to find, simply ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Yes, if this is the equation and you have to find the value of alpha square plus beta square, and alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, how you can find the roots? You can find the roots by using the quadratic formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. But you have to understand here, minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a is when, if you given the complete equation, if there is a variable equation, you are not going to get any roots. In that case, what you have to do? You have to use alpha square plus beta square as, what I can do here? Alpha square plus beta square I can write. I can add 2 alpha beta and minus alpha beta. Minus 2 alpha beta. I can add and subtract. Now also there is no change. And what is alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta here? Simply it is alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta is equal to 0. Now, if we are going to find alpha square plus beta square, I am going to easily find this expression. I can easily reduce alpha square plus beta square as this expression. And what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is the sum of the roots. And what is alpha plus beta? It is a product of roots. Yes. So I already know what is sum. Sum is minus b by 2 minus b by a. And what is the product? Product is simply minus it is simply c by a. So minus b by a and c by a are the values. Simply I can substitute here. I can find the value for this expression alpha square plus beta square. If the expression is alpha cube plus beta cube, then also I can find. That is alpha plus beta whole cube minus we can say 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Like this I can write. This is the expression. Yes. So like this I can find any value that is with the help of the roots. That is the sum of the roots and quadratic product of the roots. Now I'm going to take another question here. Alpha beta are the roots of the equation. They given one equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Yes, and I need to find the value of alpha divided by alpha beta plus b plus beta divided by a alpha plus b. Yes. Now what I said to you, if any value is given to calculate, and if I substitute alpha in the place of beta and beta in the place of alpha, if there is no change in the expression, then it is said to be symmetric equation. That is a symmetric value. Here I am going to check. If I substitute beta here, beta divided by beta, it is not, sorry, it is not alpha, it is a here, sorry. If I substitute beta, it is beta, a beta plus b, and alpha divided by a beta plus b. Yes, and this is same as this equation. There is no change. This first expression is a second expression now, and this second expression is a first expression now. So there is no change. So this is symmetric. Yes. So I need to find values. Now you already know what is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, and what is the sum you already know, alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, and what is product alpha beta? It is c by a. You have to use these values because they are not given the constant values. They given the values differently. What they given? They given the values as quadratic equation as ax square plus bx plus c. So what I can do? I can do simply use this equation. Alpha divided by a beta plus b plus beta divided by a alpha plus b. Yes. Now what I can do here? You have to think that how we can generate the value. Simply think here. If I see here, there is a beta value. Here if I see it is alpha value. From this equation, can I write beta is equal to there is a large simplification. I can directly multiply the values, that is alpha into a alpha plus beta, that is b, plus beta into a beta plus b. Yes, divided by a beta plus b into a alpha plus b. Yes. Now I have to multiply this, a alpha square plus b alpha plus a beta square plus b beta divided by a square alpha beta plus ab beta plus ab alpha plus b square. Yes. So now here there is a, here there is a. I can take common a and alpha plus beta square. Yes. And here there is b, here there is b. I can write a alpha plus beta here. divided by, here there is a beta, I can take common a beta into alpha plus beta. Yes, and there is b square here, I can simply write b square, and here there is a square alpha beta. Now in this expression up to now what I derived as the values alpha square plus beta square and alpha plus beta, alpha plus beta, alpha beta. Can I write alpha plus beta as minus b by a? Yes. And what is alpha square plus beta square? It is simply alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. And alpha plus beta whole square is minus b by 2a, minus b by a whole square minus 2. What is alpha beta? It is c by a. So simply b square divided by a square minus 2c by a is the value of alpha square plus beta square. Yes. And you already know what is alpha beta equal to c by a. These three values, that is alpha plus beta, alpha square plus beta square, alpha beta, should be substituted in this equation. So what I will get a into this equation, that is b square divided by a square minus 2c by a. Yes, plus b into what is alpha plus beta? It is minus b by a. Yes, divided by ab into what is alpha plus beta? It is minus b by a. Yes, plus b square plus a square into what is alpha plus beta? It is c by a. Yes. Now if I multiply a inside, what I will get? I will get b square by a minus 2c, because a is cancelled here, minus b square by a. Yes, divided by, if I cancel a here, what I will get? Minus b square plus b square. If I cancel a here, I will get ca. And what I can write? I can cancel these two and I can cancel these two, and what I will get? I will get minus 2c divided by ca. If I cancel cc, what I will get? Minus 2 by a. This is the answer. Minus 2 by a is the answer for this equation. Simply. But this is a lengthy process. I have to take the LCM, I have to multiply, I have to find the values. But what if I can simplify this? That is ax square plus bx plus c is a given equation. And they said alpha beta is the roots of this equation. What if I substitute the value here? A alpha square plus b alpha plus c is equal to 0. Yes. If I take alpha common here, what I can get? I can get a alpha plus b plus c equal to 0. A alpha plus b is equal to minus c by alpha. It is wrong or not? It is not wrong. It is correct. A alpha plus b. What is a alpha plus b? A alpha plus b is the required answer. That is here. A alpha plus b is this answer. And if I again substitute beta here, I will get a beta plus b as minus c by beta. So simply these two denominators here, these two denominators, I can replace by these values. That is beta divided by a beta plus beta, b value is minus c by beta. Yes, plus alpha divided by minus c divided by alpha. Now if I multiply this two up, what I will get? I will get minus beta square divided by c plus alpha squared minus alpha square divided by c. And 1 by c I can take common, minus 1 by c, and alpha square plus beta square. And what is alpha square plus beta square value? Alpha square plus beta square value is simply b square by a square minus 2ac 2c by a. So I can directly get the value here and I can easily find the answer. So like these shortcuts also you can easily find. Now I'm going to take another question, because you have to understand what is the importance of sum of the roots and product of the roots. They given, it is JEE Mains 2022 question. JEE 2022 question. The question is asking sum of the squares of reciprocals, of the roots alpha and beta of equation 3x square plus a lambda x minus 1 is equal to 0 is 15. Then they are asking 6 into alpha square plus beta square value. and they given options also. Option is A 18, B is 24, C is 36, and D is 96. Yes, this is a question, and this is a JEE Mains 2022 question, recent question only. So now we have to find the solution. What they're asking, they given sum of the squares of the reciprocals of the roots. Simply understand the language of the question. Alpha and their beta are the roots of this equation. 3x square plus lambda x minus 1 equal to 0. This equation having the roots alpha and beta. And what they're saying, sum of squares of the reciprocals of the roots of the equation. So simply they are asking squares of the reciprocals of the roots. So 1 by reciprocal is 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square. This reciprocal sum is equal to 15, they are saying. And they are required to answer 6 into alpha square plus beta square. This thing you have to understand. This thing you have to understand. What is the answer here? Now simply 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square equal to 15. I can take LCM alpha square plus beta square divided by alpha beta whole square. Yes, is equal to 15. Yes. And what is alpha square plus beta square? It is alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta divided by alpha beta whole square equal to 15. Yes. Now, what is alpha plus beta? Sum of the roots for this equation. Sum of the roots is minus b by 8 is lambda by 3 minus lambda by 3. And what is the product? Product is minus 1 by 3. So these two values I have to substitute here. What I can get? I can get lambda square divided by 9 minus 2 into minus 1 by 3 divided by alpha beta whole square is minus 1 by 3 whole square is 1 by 9 is equal to 15. Yes. Now I have to simplify the equation. Lambda square divided by 9 plus 2 by 3 divided by 1 by 9 is equal to 15. I have to take LCM here. Lambda square plus 3 to 6 divided by 9 divided by 1 by 9 is equal to 15. 9 is cancelled. So lambda square plus 6 is equal to 15. Lambda square is equal to 9. Lambda equal to plus or minus 3. Lambda equal to plus or minus 3. So I got lambda equal to plus or minus 3. So rewrite the equation. 3x square plus lambda x minus 1 is a given equation. So simply what I am doing, I am inserting the value of lambda here. What is the lambda? Plus or minus 3. So plus or minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. This is a required equation. Now we are going to find what is the value of 6 alpha square plus beta square. 6 into alpha square plus beta square. This value you have to find. So this value is simply what? This value is simply 6 into alpha square plus beta square. Sorry. It is not alpha square plus beta square. It is alpha cube and beta cube. Because I only have the doubt because here alpha square plus beta square is directly given. It is directly given. I can write 16 into alpha beta whole square. So what is the need of finding again the value of lambda? Because the question is not asking alpha square plus beta square. It is asking alpha cube plus beta cube. So what is the value? Alpha cube and beta cube. So 6 into alpha cube plus beta cube I have to find. So what is the value of 6 into alpha plus beta cube plus alpha cube plus beta cube? It is 6 into alpha plus beta whole square. I already said. If I replace alpha with beta here and beta with the alpha, there is no change in the equation. So simply this is a symmetric equation. For the symmetric equation, I can write as the complete equation, that is alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. I can write 6 into what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is minus b by a whole cube. So what I can take here? 1 second, guys. One second, guys. There is a misprint in the question. That is 6 into alpha cube plus beta cube is correct. And they are asking whole square. This thing they are asking. So for this thing whole square I have to do. This entire thing whole square. Yes. This entire thing whole square. Now, what if I will take common alpha base beta here? Alpha plus beta whole square into alpha plus beta whole square minus 3 alpha beta. Is this correct or wrong? Yes, it is correct, because from this equation I taken alpha plus beta as common. From this equation I taken alpha plus beta as common. So alpha plus beta I can take common, and there is a square here. That is the reason I written square. So 6 into alpha plus beta whole square into alpha plus beta whole square minus 3 alpha beta whole square. And I already know what is alpha plus beta value. 6 into alpha plus beta value is minus b by a. So minus b by a is, it is plus, but plus or minus, but here there is a square, so you can neglect the plus or minus thing. It is simply positive, you can consider. So what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is 3 divided by 3, it is 1. So it is 1 into, what is alpha plus beta? Again 1 minus 3 into, what is alpha beta? Alpha beta is c by a. C by a is minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3 is, minus 1 by 3 is this one. So 6 into 1 minus, here minus into minus, it is plus. 3 is cancel. So 1 whole square. 6 into 1 plus 1, it is 2. 2 square. So 6 into 2 square is 4. So answer is 24. So this is answer. Like this you have to find. How many mistakes I did in this question? I did 3 mistakes in this question. The first mistake is I didn't understand the question. What I didn't understand the question, entire question I understand, but while evaluating the expression, I taken first mistake as I didn't taken the square. This square I didn't take it in the first step. Second thing, I didn't understand alpha cube or plus beta cube or alpha square plus beta square they given. And the third mistake, these 2 mistakes combinedly will give the third mistake. Yes. So the main important thing is you are easily going to solve the question. But why some people make mistakes? That is a silly mistake, because they will lose confidence after seeing the question, after seeing the expression, and they will do blunder mistakes by not taking the actual expression. Here only I did 3 mistakes. Here only. So please don't repeat this type of mistakes. The reason I repeating some mistakes is you have to understand how to take the actual expression, how to evaluate the actual expression. It is not the print mistake. I know the exact question, but I will make you understand what is a loss you are going to get by didn't understanding the actual expression. That is the reason I am doing this. So 6 into alpha cube plus beta cube whole square is a given expression. So this thing you have to calculate, and the answer is 24. And the next question, again the question, the quadratic equation concept I can complete in within 1 hour, but with questions it will take up to 2 hours and 2.5 hours. The question they are given is find number of real solutions. Find number of real solutions of the equation. Find the number of solutions of the equation. What equation they given? They given e power 4x plus 4 into e power 3x minus 58 into e power 2x plus 4 into e power x plus 1 equal to 0. Yes? Yes, this is the equation. This is a large equation, and it is the somewhat different equation also, because the actual equation looks like x square plus suppose 2x plus 1 equal to 0, but here you are getting the exponential terms. So simply don't lose confidence here. I can write e power 4x as e power x whole power 4. I can write e power 3x as e power x whole power 3 minus 58 into e power x whole square I can write plus 4 into e power x plus 1. So in order to simplify the question, I will take the one substitute value, that is e power x. I am going to take the value as t. Suppose if I substitute the value of t, that is e power x value, what I will get? I will get the simplified equation, that is t power 4 plus 4t cube minus 58t square minus plus 4t plus 1 is equal to 0. Now, this equation has the real importance. What is this equation? This equation has importance because if I compare the coefficient and the constant value, these two are the same. And if I compare the t cube coefficient and t coefficient, these two are the same. So this is a symmetric equation. Again, this is a symmetric equation. That symmetric equation not. It is a different symmetric equation, but the thing you have to understand is these opposite values are same. So what I can infer, it is not the sign. It is not I am taking the sign, it is taking just the value. 4 is equal to 4. So the trick here is, what is the left term here? The left term is minus 58 t square. So simply what I have to do, the trick here is, the left term here, t power 4 is merged with 1, t cube is merged with t. The t square term is left. So I have to divide this equation as, divide with t square. What I will get? T square, t power 4 divided by t square minus 4t cube divided by t square minus 58t square divided by t square plus 4t divided by t square plus 1 is equal to 0. Plus 1 divided by t square is equal to 0, because 1 also I have to divide. Both sides I am dividing, not one side. Because in mathematics, if you do both sides anything, it is valid. So t square will get cancelled, t power 4, t square, again here 1, t square gets cancelled, 1t, yes. So finally what I am going to get? I am going to get here t square minus 4t minus 58 plus 4 by t plus 1 by t square is equal to 0. Yes. Now what I can do? I can simply do one thing. If I take t square and 1 by t square as same, t square plus 1 by t square. Yes. 1 second, guys. Here it is plus 4 only. Yes, it is plus 4. Here it is plus, here it is plus. Yes, it is plus. So plus 4 t plus 4 by t. So what I said here before, here the sign also you have to take. The sign is also important. The sign should be equal. Plus 4 is equal to 4. It is important. Sorry guys, make a mistake. T square plus 1 by t square plus 4t plus 4 by t. I merged these two equations and minus 58 is equal to 0. Now, t square plus 1 by t square, okay, I can leave it. But here I can take common 4. 4 into t plus 1 by t. Minus 58 is equal to 0. Now understand guys. Here there is t plus 1 by t. Here it is t square plus 1 by t square. Now I have to make you understand. Suppose there is expression like this, alpha square plus beta square. If it is symmetric, what I can replace? I can write as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Like this only, with these expressions, I can create a common expression like this. T plus 1 by t whole square I can write, and minus 2 I can write. Why I written 2? Because I have to subtract the product of t and 1 by t and multiplication of 2. So t will get cancelled and 2 is remaining. So minus 2 I written. So this entire thing is this one. This thing I can write like this. Plus 4 into t plus 1 by t is same. Yes. Minus 58 is equal to 0. Now if you easily understand here, t plus 1 by t here, t plus 1 by t here. So I can take common, that is t plus 1 by t as, yes, suppose there is a variable s. So I can write a s square minus 2 plus 4s minus 58 is equal to 0. So s square plus 4s minus 60 is equal to 0. Now you have to understand what are the values it going to satisfy. S square plus 4s minus 60 is equal to 0. I have to find the value of s. So in order to find the values, I can write minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. But there is a simple thing. In any quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c, how it is going to form? It is going to form like this. A into x square, you can take plus, or you can simply write x square plus sum of roots, x square plus sum of roots into x plus product of roots. Yes, this is a generalized expression for a quadratic equation like this. So here sum of the roots and product of roots. So I can take an advantage of sum of roots and product of roots, and I can simply solve this equation without the quadratic formula. How? First take the constant term, it is minus 60. Find the factors. minus 60, ignore the sign. First ignore the sign, after you can take sign. Simply I can divide. Yes. 2 to the 4, 4 to the 12. I have to make expressions, guys. I have to make expressions. 1 second. I can use quadratic, anything I can use. It is obvious. I didn't getting any factors, so I am using the quadratic formula only. But you have to understand the trick here. If it is another equation, I checked whether this equation having the simpleton, but it does not having the simpleton because we are not getting the factors 60. 60 should be replaced as a 2 factors for s, but it is not possible. So here I am using the quadratic formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Yes. So minus b is minus 4 plus or minus root of b square is 4 square 16 minus 4 into a is here, a is quotient of s square, it is 1 into c is minus 60. Yes, divided by 2a. 2 into a, it is 1. Now minus 4 plus or minus root of 16 minus into minus plus 64 is a 240 divided by 2 minus 4 plus or minus root of, here it is 256 divided by 2. Yes. One second, guys. Yes. Now minus 4 plus or minus, what is root 256? It is 16 divided by 2. Now there are two values here. What are two values? Minus 4 plus 16 by 2 is one value, and a minus 4 minus 16 by 2 is another value. So minus 4 plus 16, it is 12 by 2, and here it is minus 20 by 2. Here I got 6 and here I got minus 10. Yes, these two are the values. The question is not completed because this is a value of s. And what is s? Suppose if I take s equal to 6 and s equal to minus 10. First of all, what is the value of s? S is t plus 1 by t is equal to 6. T plus 1 by t. I can take one value equal to minus 10. I can take one value. I can simply substitute is equal to 6. Here if I write t square plus 1 minus 60 is equal to 0. Yes. So t square minus 60 equal to plus 1 equal to 0. Now using the quadratic formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Again I have to find the value of t now, not s. So t equal to minus b, it is minus of minus 6, it is plus 6 root of 6 square, it is 36 minus 4 into what is the value of a? A is 1 because it is a quotient of t square. So it is 1 only here. Into c, what is the value of c? C is a constant, it is plus 1 divided by 2a, 2 into 1. Yes. So t equal to 6 plus or minus root of 36 minus 4, it is 32 divided by 2. Now again t is equal to 6 plus or minus 32 can be written as 4 into 8, root of 4 into 8, root of 4 into 8 divided by 2. So t is equal to 6 plus or minus root of 4 into 2, I can write as root 4 into root 8. Yes, divided by 2. T is equal to 6 plus or minus, what is root 4? Root 4 is 2 into root 8 by 2. Yes, t is equal to, I can cancel, what I can get? 3 plus or minus root 8. Yes, and t is equal to 3 plus or minus root 8 can be written as 4 into 2 again. So it can be 2 root 2. So these are the values. T is equal to 3 plus or minus 2 root 2 is the value of t. Again the question is not completed. What is the value of t here? T I substituted as e power x there. E power, in the place of e power x I substituted value t. Now again I have to substitute, back substitute, because I have to find e power x and I have to find the value of x, not e power x also. At what value x we are getting the roots, I have to find. So again I have to back substitute e power x. So e power x is equal to 3 plus or minus 2 root 2. Yes. So if I want to find the value of x, what I can take? I can take log both sides, is equal to log of 3 plus or minus 3 root 2. Yes. 3 plus or minus 3 root 2. And now e power x, here base e is present, so I can take x as here x equal to log of 3 plus or minus 3 root 2. Not it is 3 root 2, it is 2 root 2, sorry, because here it is 2. Yes. And next, one second guys, here it is a log of 3 plus or minus 2, it is correct, but here e power x equal to 2 cases here it is becoming. E power x equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 it is becoming, and e power x equal to 3 minus 2 root 2 it is becoming. Yes. So two values are we are getting. So what I can do? I can take log. The value is correct only now, but we have to get two values. So I am writing log of 3 plus 2 root 2 one value x equal to log of 3 minus 2 root 2 is another value. Like this you have to calculate. So this is a final answer. Up to now you have to solve. How much there is so much lengthy here. So like this you have to solve. Because it is demanding this much. You cannot skip any part here. There is no shortcut for this. And now, up to now, what we discuss quadratic equations, sum of the roots, product of roots, and nature of the roots. Sum of the roots is alpha plus beta. What if they ask difference of the roots? It is sum, it is difference. Alpha minus beta, we can create by using alpha plus beta. How? Alpha minus beta can be written as alpha plus beta whole square, yes, minus alpha plus beta, if I open alpha square plus beta square, yes, alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta, I have to subtract minus 2 alpha beta, yes, so if I subtract both will cancel. One second guys. Yes, I have to create alpha minus beta using alpha plus beta. So if I open alpha plus beta whole square, it is alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. In order to subtract 2 alpha beta, I will add a minus 2 alpha beta. Now the expression become alpha square plus beta square root. But we have to get alpha minus beta. So I should not subtract minus 2 alpha beta. I have to subtract minus 4 alpha beta. And I have to take under root also. These two, this thing is equal to this thing. You can verify it. And we already know what are these values. So simply root of, what is alpha plus beta? It is minus b by a whole square. Minus 4 into, what is alpha beta? It is c by a. Yes. So root of minus b by a whole square is b square divided by a square. Minus 4c divided by a. If I take a as LCM here, a square, b square minus 4ac divided by a square. Yes. So root of b square minus 4ac divided by a square is root of b square minus 4ac divided by, I can cancel root here. So it will be a. And what is root of b square minus 4ac here? It is under root of d, because b square minus 4ac we already know it is discriminant value by a. So if anyone asked to find difference of roots, you have to find the value of root of discriminant divided by coefficient of a square, that is a. This is the value of difference of the roots. Now, suppose you have to form the quadratic equation. Form the quadratic equation. For this, I already discussed one case, that is x square minus alpha plus beta whole square. One second guys, here I discussed the short trick. Here it is not plus, here it is minus. You have to understand x square minus of sum of the roots, because sum of the roots is involving minus b by a. So minus into minus, it should be plus. For this reason, I written like this. So here it is minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. This is the one case when alpha plus beta, alpha and beta values are given. But if we want to form the equation whose roots are alpha beta, I can write as alpha minus beta into x minus, that is x minus alpha into x minus beta is equal to 0. This is the equation, but there is a missing term here. If I open this, what I will get? I will get this expression. Yes, verify it. X square minus beta x minus alpha x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. X square minus, if I take common, alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. But the coefficient here is 1. It is same. But if there is some other quadratic equation, for that quadratic equation also there is no need that there is a coefficient 1 only. So for generalization, we can take here as a. If two roots alpha and beta are given and need to find the quadratic equation, I have to use this expression a into alpha minus beta into x minus beta. X minus alpha into x minus beta and with the multiplication of a. Here a is a leading coefficient that you have to understand. Suppose if I take the example, they are giving two roots 2 and 3. I have to find the quadratic equation. With the help of 2 and 3, I can find the quadratic equation. How? By using this one. This one. What is the sum of the roots? Alpha plus beta. It is 5. What is the product? It is 6. So I can substitute these two values in this equation. So x square minus 5x plus 6. This is the equation. But what if I want to write in this format? X minus 2 into x minus 3 format. I have to multiply with a. So if two roots are given and I have to form the quadratic equation, this is the answer. This is a original answer, we know, but there are some instances where you have to understand how we can form the quadratic equations by using the two roots alpha and beta. This is a thing you have to understand. Yes? And how we got this thing? A into how, why only this value? Why can't this value? This is the answer also correct, but how we derived it? So ax square plus bx. This is a proof, guys. You can easily understand now. This is the equation. What if I take a common a here? X square plus b by a into x plus c by a is equal to 0. Yes? A into x square. What is b by a? We already know minus b by a value. Minus b by a value is sum of the roots alpha plus beta. So if I substitute minus here, what I will get? B by a equal to minus of alpha plus beta. So simply substitute here. So minus of alpha plus beta into x plus, what is c by a? C by is product of alpha beta. So a into alpha square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. This thing I can entirely write as x minus alpha into x minus beta. Yes, if I open this thing only I will get. So this thing is equal to 0. So this is the reason why you are getting a multiplication of a x minus alpha into x minus beta. Suppose this is an equation, x square minus 5x plus 6. The leading coefficient is 1 here. So that is the reason the answer is 1 here. That is the value of a is 1 and the roots are 2 and 3. So simply I written x minus 2 into x minus 3. I taken a value as 1 because the leading coefficient value is 1. So like this you have to find. One second, guys. Now there are three cases. In the finding the nature, that is how quadratic equation is behaving. There are three cases. If the coefficient, that is ax square plus bx plus c, if the coefficients a, b, c, these three values are rational, then if coefficients are rational, then roots alpha beta are occurring as an irrational pair. Suppose irrational pair, how? If these are rational, that is the coefficients a, b, c are rational, I can find the roots, but the roots are having the conjugate pair, irrational pair, that is p plus root 2 if root q if one root, p minus root q is another root. Yes? So p plus root q, if it is given, you can easily write the another equation, that is another root, that is p minus root q. Like this you have to find. And next case, if ax square plus bx plus c has real coefficients, then complex pair will execute. That is p plus iq is one pair and p minus iq is another pair. Yes. And if roots are the third case, you can say, 1 second, guys. These two are the first cases, and the third case will be, you can think of. Suppose we can think the equation like this: x square minus minus 5x, x square minus 5x plus 1 is equal to 0. Suppose these are the real coefficients, and if I find the discriminant here, what I will going to get? Root of b square, it is 5 square 25 minus 4. Not we have to get 16. So I can make here 4. So 4 for 16. So d here we are getting as 9, which is a perfect square, that is 3 square. So then what are the roots now? The roots are 5 plus or minus 3 divided by 2. Here we are getting the real roots. So the third case actually I forgot, but with the help of visualization I again get the concept. Why? Because the first case is irrational, I got irrational. If the coefficients are complex, that is, coefficients are real, I will get complex. What if coefficients are complex, that the coefficients are real, and the discriminant is a perfect square? Then real roots will exist. This is the second version of this second case. The first case is, if the coefficients are rational, you will get an irrational roots pair. Second case is, if the coefficients are real, you will get, and discriminant here is, discriminant is not perfect square, then you will get the complex pair. And what if the coefficients are real, and the discriminant, if you calculate, it is a perfect square, then real roots will exist. Like this you have to find. For this, let's do an equation. That is, let's do one problem. They are saying that 2 minus root 3 is a root. 2 minus root 3 is a root of this equation, x square plus px, x square plus px plus q equal to 0. For this equation, 2 minus root 3 is one of the root. Now what they are saying? They are saying the relation. What is the relation we can get? Because they are giving the 4 options, I will write the 4 options here. The first option is p square minus 4q plus 12 equal to 0. Basically, you have to find the value of p and q. That's it. There is no need to again verify the options, but you have to just simplify the equation. And what is the value of c here? The c option is q square plus 4p plus 14 is equal to 0. And the fourth option d is p square minus 4 cube minus 12 is equal to 0. These are the 4 options. What is the question? Basically, they are saying 2 minus root 3 is a root of this equation. But now only I discuss this 2 minus root 3 is a irrational. When I get an irrational root, when these coefficients are irrational, and this irrational does not exist as single unit, it will exist as pair. P plus root q is one root, p minus root q is another root, definitely. Here 2 minus root 3 they given, so 2 plus root 3 is another root. In the question only they given another root, but the concept you have to understand here. 2 minus root 3, if they given 2 plus root 3, we can write by using this case, the first case. If the coefficients are first one, if the coefficients are rational, the irrational roots can be exist. To p plus root q, p minus root q as exist as the pair. So like this I can write. Understand, guys? Mm. Now, solve this equation. These two are the roots. I already said if two roots are given, I can write. Here the leading quotient is 1. So I can write this as a into x minus alpha into x minus beta I can write. And what is the value of a? A is a leading quotient. The leading quotient is 1. So 1 into x minus alpha into x minus beta is equal to 0. So x minus, what is the value of alpha? Alpha is first root. 2 minus root 3 into, what is second root? X minus of 2 plus root 3 is equal to 0. Yes, x minus 2 plus root 3 into x minus 2 minus root 3 is equal to 0. Yes, simply multiply these two. If I multiply, what I will get? I will get equation x square minus 2x minus root 3x minus 2x plus 4 plus 2 root 3 plus root 3x minus 2 root 3 minus root 3 into root 3, it is 3 only. Yes. Now is there any calculations? Yes. Minus 2 root 3 cancel with 2 root 3. Root 3x is cancelled with minus root 3x. That's it. X square minus 4x minus 4x. Now 4 minus 3, it is 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. If I compare this equation with the given equation, x square plus px plus q, x square plus px plus q, what I will get? I will get the values of p and q. So p is equal to minus 4 is a one value and q equal to 1 is another value. Yes, with the help of p and q I got the answer. So p and q values I can back substitute, where I can back substitute in the given question, in the given options, and where it is satisfying, there you have to check what the values we got. P is equal to minus 4 we got and q equal to 1 we got. Substitute. Suppose if I take the expression this one, here if I substitute, it is 1 plus 16 minus 16 equals 0. No, it is not satisfying. If I take the C option, C option is 1 minus 4 4 16 plus 4 is equal to 0. So this one is also not satisfying. Next, if I take fourth option, p square is minus 4 whole square, it is 16 minus 4 minus 12. 16 minus 16 is equal to 0. Yes, it is 0 equal to 0. So answer is D. Like this you have to solve. If they given one root, it is irrational, then that pair will exist, that conjugate will exist. 2 minus root 3 conjugate is 2 plus root 3. So these two are the roots of the given equation. By using the formation of the quadratic equation, a into x minus alpha and x minus beta, I can form the equation and compare with the given equation and find the values of p and q. Yes. Now the next concept, that is, now the next concept is condition of common root, which is most important concept. Definitely the question will come in any shift. Condition of common root. What is a common root? Common root is, suppose there is equation 1, a1 x square plus b1 x plus c1. This is one equation. And there is an equation 2, a2 x square plus b2 x plus c2. If these two are the two equations, when we will say the root of this equation is common. If suppose there is a value of alpha, it is satisfying the equation 1 and it is satisfying the equation 2. If any value which is satisfying both the equations, then that value is said to be the common value. Common value, or you can say common root. Yes, this is a main important thing. Suppose now what you can say, suppose here condition of common root, I discussed only one root, one value. What if another value beta also satisfying beta and beta, that is both the equations? So now two equations having the same values. So what I can say now, if the first equation is satisfying by the two values, second equation is also satisfying by the two values. So I can compare the coefficients, that is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, and it is equal to any constant. If this is a condition, So this is the condition for two common roots. Two roots are common. If two roots are common, then you will use this condition. What if only one root is common? Then you have to understand. Then you have to simply substitute that value. Suppose they will give there is a value alpha and it is satisfying both equations. That is a common root. You can simply substitute the both in both equations the value, and you can find the required answer. This is a common root concept. For that, I will going to take one question. Suppose they given px square plus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. This is a question. Px square plus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0, and the second equation is 3x square plus 10x plus q equal to 0. These two equations having the both roots common. Find the values of p and q. How simple this question is. They say these two equations having both roots common, that is alpha and beta both are satisfying this equation. So what I can do, I can simply use this condition here, that is comparing the coefficients, that is p by 3 is equal to 5 by 10 is equal to 2 by q is equal to k. Suppose if this k can be equal to this thing only, that is what is the constant term, that is 1 by 2. So I can equate these values, that is p by 3 is equal to 1 by 2, one equation, and 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by q is another equation. So what I can do, compare 2p equal to 3, p is equal to 3 by 2. Yes, I found. And what here is q equal to 4. So these are the p and q values. Yes, p equal to 3 by 10, q equal to 4. Yes, it is correct. Like this you have to find the values. Simply use this condition. Compare the coefficients. a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by b2, and that one is equal to k. Yes. Now here I discussed that the two roots common. What if only single root is common? 3x square plus 4kx plus 2 equal to 0. Another question, guys. And another equation is 2x square plus 3x minus 2. These two equations having only exactly one root common, and that root can be anything. We can take alpha here, exactly alpha. These two equations are satisfied. Now we have to find the value of k. In order to find the value of k, what I can do, here there is one variable term k, here there is no variable term. Here directly the value, that is the equation is given, that is 2x square plus 3x minus 2 is equal to 0 is given. So I can find simply the roots now by using the formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. By using this formula, I can find the roots. In the roots only, I can compare with this equation and find the value of k. So I am using this equation. So minus b, what is minus b? It is minus 3 plus or minus root of 3 square, it is 9, minus 4 into 2 into minus 2 divided by 2a, it is 4. Minus 3 plus or minus root of 9 minus into minus, it is plus. 4 2 is 8, 8 2 is 16 divided by 4. Minus 3 plus or minus root of 25 divided by 4. So what I will get answers here? I will get minus 3 plus or minus 5 divided by 4. So it will be minus 2 one value, another value is if I take plus, it will be if I take minus, it will be minus 2 one root, and if I take plus, it will be 2 divided by 4, it is 1 by 2. So these two are the values. Now minus 2 and 1 by 2 are the two values which are satisfying the second equation, and they are saying exactly one root is common. So what is that root? I can simply use this value, that is I can simply substitute one value and I will check. Suppose if minus 2 is a common root, I can find the value of k. If 1 by 2 is a common root, then I will find the value of k. So if I substitute minus 2 here, 3 into minus 2 whole square plus 4k into minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. So 3 into 2 square is 4 plus here it will be 4k into minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. Now 3 4 8 is 12. 12 again, here it is minus 8k plus 2 is equal to 0. 14 minus 8k is equal to 0. 8k is equal to 14. K equal to 7 by 4. This is the value of k. And if suppose Suppose 1 by 2 is the common root. Now again I have to substitute 1 by 2 in the equation. Two values can be exist here, but only one root will be common, exactly one root. So 3 into 1 by 4, 4k into x is 1 by 2 here, plus 2 is equal to 0. So 3 by 4 plus here it is 2k plus 2 equal to 0. 2k is equal to minus 2 minus 3 by 4. And if I take LCM here, 2k is equal to minus 8 minus 3 by 4. So 2k is equal to minus 11 by 4. 2k equal to minus 11 by 4 and k is equal to minus 11 by 8. So I got two values of k, that is k equal to 7 by 4 and k equal to minus 11 by 8. If these two are the values of k, then for those equations I will get one common root, exactly one common root. Now again important concept, that is repeated root. Repeated root. What is meant by repeated root? Suppose if alpha is a root of the one equation, then again alpha is a root of that equation only. So I will make you understand with the help of one question. They are saying alpha comma b belongs to real numbers, and they are given one equation ax square minus 2bx plus 15 equal to 0. Basically this is a question 2022 and 2020. The question is repeated. It may be repeated in 2024. You can see ax square minus 2bx plus 15 equal to 0 as a repeated root of alpha. What I said, repeated root is a repeated root only, that is alpha, again alpha. These two are the roots of this equation. When I will get equal roots? When the discriminant is equal to 0. So I can apply this condition here. Again, what they are saying, alpha is the root of this equation, and they are saying alpha comma beta are the roots of x square minus 2bx plus 21 is equal to 0. Yes? This thing you have to understand. For this equation, alpha and beta are the roots. Now, what I can do? I can x square minus 2bx plus 21 equal to 0. Now, what they are asking? Then they are asking alpha square plus beta square value. What is the value of alpha square plus beta square value? That thing they are asking. So what I can use concept, repeated root concept is, if alpha is the root of this equation and alpha is again the root of this equation, so common root condition here, I can substitute here a alpha square minus 2b alpha plus 15 is equal to 0. Again in this equation, alpha square minus 2b alpha plus 21 is equal to 0. So what I can do, I can subtract these equations. Here when I subtract a minus 1 again minus 6, yes 6. So alpha square into a minus 1 equal to 6. So alpha square equal to 6 divided by a minus 1. So this is one thing. And next what you can do? This alpha square plus alpha square equal to 6 divided by a minus 1 we will get. But again you can use another concept here, that is sum of roots. You already know. Basically guys, I will clear one thing for you. That is any question that is of a type quadratic, simply find the sum of the roots, product of the roots, and the common root condition. All things you can write one side and you can check. Because with the help of those concepts only you can solve any question of quadratic. You have to understand what is sum of the roots, quadratic, that is product of the roots, and simply the common root condition. These three are enough to solve the quadratic. But there are some properties you have to understand. So any equation given, you have to understand this. Sum of the roots. For this equation I am going to find first equation. Alpha is a repeated root, so alpha plus beta, that is alpha plus alpha is equal to sum of the roots, that is minus half minus 2b by a, because this is the value of x coefficient, that is minus b by a, we already know. But minus b is minus 2b here, so 2 alpha is equal to 2b by a. So what is alpha here? Alpha equal to b by a, this b by a, this thing you have to understand. So alpha equal to b by a we got, and here alpha square equal to 6 by a we got. So I can square this. Alpha square equal to b square by a. So b square by a square is equal to 6 by a minus 1. Like this you can do. And next thing what we can do? In this equation, I can find the product of the roots. What is product of roots? Alpha into alpha. Alpha into alpha is product 15 by a. Alpha square is equal to 15 by a. So with the help of this thing, this equation, and with the help of this thing, this equation, what I can do? Alpha square equal to 15 by a, again alpha square equal to 6 by a. I can use this one. So 15 into a minus 1 is equal to 6 into a. So 15a minus 15 is equal to 6a. So 9a minus 15 is equal to 0. So a equal to 15 by 9. So 3 3 is a 3 5 is a. So a equal to 3 by 5. This is the one value. Yes, a equal to 3 by 5 we got. If a equal to 3 by 5, I can find the value. How we can find the value? A equal to 3 by 5. 1 second guys. 15 by a. 1 second guys, if I make a mistake I will correct here. Now here we can use this equation, alpha equal to b by a, with the help of this thing. If I divide these two, what I will get? If I divide alpha square with alpha, that is 15 by a divided by b by a, these two things will get cancelled, this thing will get cancelled. So alpha equal to 15 by e, 15 by b is a root. So alpha equal to 15 by e is the value, 15 by b I can substitute in the second equation, that is x square minus 2bx plus 21. x square minus 2bx plus 21 is equal to 0. So 15 by b whole square minus 2b. Why I written alpha in terms of b? Because here there is b. In order to cancel b, I have to find the alpha in terms of b. That is the reason I divided alpha square with alpha. Yes. Plus 21 is equal to 0. Yes. 225 divided by b minus bb is cancelled, minus 30 plus 21 is equal to 0. So 225 minus 7 is equal to 0. 1 second guys, it is 225 divided by b square, sorry, it is b square, and here it is not 7. Calculation error guys, it is not 7, it is 9. Yes, is equal to 0. So 225 divided by b square is equal to 9 here. So 225 divided by 9 is equal to b square. So b is equal to plus or minus 15 divided by 3. This is the thing. So b equal to plus or minus 15 by 3. Now we got the b value here. So I can find what is beta, because alpha square value I already know. What is alpha square value? Where I written? A value I got here 3 by 5. I can substitute here in this equation, and b value I got, so I can find the value of alpha. alpha is equal to b by a. B, what is the value of b here? The value of b is 15 by 3. 15 by 3 divided by, what is the value of a here? A value is 3 by 5. So it is 5 divided by 3. 75 divided by 9. Basically, guys, there is some mistake in calculating b. I can again solve this equation later, because there is a slight error in the question here. I already discussed the 3 cases. That is, the first case is if the coefficient is rational, then irrational roots will occur in the conjugate pair. If coefficients are real, then imaginary roots will occur, but the condition is it should not be perfect square. If the coefficients are real and the discriminant is perfect square, then we can say the roots are real. And one more case, if they are saying in the question only, they are saying two equation 1 and equation 2 has common root, one common root, they are saying common root, and if any of this equation has d less than 0, less than or equal to 0, then not only one common root, they will contain two common roots, that is both roots are common. If NTA want to disturb you in the exam, they will give this type of questions. In the while calculating, that is while solving the questions, you will understand they said only one root, and you will think only that side, and you will not go behind the box. What you have to understand, if any question given, you have to understand if the discriminant is less than or equal to 0 or not, and they given one common root. If one common root they given and they are saying it has only one common root, and the discriminant of that quadratic equation, any quadratic equation, whether it will be even or E2, if these two equation, any of these equation having discriminant less than 0, then they will contain both roots common, not one common root. This thing you have to understand. Now, another important thing, that is Newton formula. Newton formula, guys, it is also one of the most important concept. Suppose there is an equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. I can replace x square, x and c with the help of Newton formula. A into s sn plus b into sn minus 1 plus c into sn, that is sn minus 2, is equal to 0. This is a Newton formula you have to understand. With the help of example, I can make you understand. I can simply write asn plus bsn minus 1 plus csn minus 2 is equal to 0. This thing you have to understand. This is a Newton formula. Now, and how, what is the value of Sn here? Sn value is the arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations with the help of alpha, beta. Alpha, beta or the arithmetic operations, if it is involved, it is called Sn, and Sn is involved, it is called Newton formula. This is the expression Sn equal to alpha power n plus or minus beta power n. Yes, with the help of question it is easy. The first question, which is 2011 question, it is relevant question because it has high probability to repeat. So alpha, beta, they said alpha, beta are the roots of this equation, that is x square minus 6x minus 2 is equal to 0, and they given alpha n equal to alpha power n minus beta power n, and they are asking, what they are asking, 2 that is a10 minus 2a8 divided by 2a9, 10 8 9, 10 8 9. Yes, if you observe carefully, this 10 8 9 are the consecutive values 8 9 10. So you will get the idea of Newton, and they are given an, but here Sn. This can be right like this also, an plus ban minus 1 plus can minus 2. What is Sn? Sn is a sum, that's it. An is alpha power n minus beta power n, and they are asking a10 minus 2a8 by divided by 2 a9. They given one equation, x square minus 6x minus 2. With help of this equation, what I can write? I can write Newton formula. What I can write? Here completely it is Sn. So, you can take an here, an minus 6 an minus 1 minus 2 an minus 2. Yes? Is this correct or not? It is not minus 2 here, I think. 1 second, guys. In the formula, it is a C Sn minus 2. Yes, it is correct only. Yes, it is correct only. Yes. So it is minus 2 into a minus 2. Now, I can write here like this. An equal to 6 an minus 1 plus 2 an minus 2. What value I have to substitute here in order to get the consecutive terms like this? 8, 9, 10. I can substitute n as 10. Now I can get 6a9 plus 2a8. If I observe carefully, what they are asking? a10 minus 2a8. So I can write this one like this. a10 minus 2a8 divided by, they given 2a9, but here it is 6a9. So I can write 3a9, that is 3 here. 3 into 2a9 I can write, and 2a9 I can shift to denominator. So a10 minus 2a8 divided by 2a9 equal to 3. This is the answer. This is a required expression and this is the answer. Like this you have to solve using Newton expression. Now another important question. Same Newton formula only. Alpha beta they given again. Alpha beta are the roots of the equation. X square minus x minus 4 is equal to 0. Yes, and they given Pn now. Sn, an, Pn, these are all same. No need to confuse. Alpha power n minus beta power n. Now what they are asking? They are asking P15 into P16 minus P14 into P16 minus P square, that is 15, plus P14 P15. Large expression this time. Divided by P13 P14. This is the answer. This is a value you have to calculate. Simply again they given one equation and they're saying alpha beta are the roots, and they given Pn expression alpha power n minus beta power n. Pn expression can be anything, alpha power n plus or minus beta power n. It can be plus, it can be minus, but it is valid. I can write a Sn plus b Sn minus 2 plus c Sn minus Sn minus 1 plus c Sn minus 2 equal to 0. I can write any expression, that is this expression, to any quadratic equation. So I can write this equation as, yes, but here it is not S, it is P they given. So I can write Pn minus Pn minus 1 minus 4 Pn minus 2 is equal to 0. Yes. Now let's evaluate this expression. In this P16 is common. I can take common P16 into P15 minus 4 P14 minus, here I can take common P15. What I will get? P15 minus P14 divided by P13 into P14. Yes, here I can take both common. P15 minus P14. Simplify the expression. In JEE Mains mathematics, there are large and large expressions, but it can be simplified. It can be simplified easily. Minus P15 divided by P13 into P14. Yes. Now there is p value, that is if I write the expression I already written here, if I substitute, that is if I substitute 15 here, if I substitute 16 in this expression, P16 minus P15 minus 4 P14 is equal to 0. P16 minus P15 is equal to 4P14. Yes. So P16 minus P15 can be replaced with 4P14. And what is the value of P15 minus P14? So in order to get, I have to substitute here P15. P15 minus P14 minus P4 P13 is equal to 0. So P15 minus P14 is equal to 4P13. So these two values which we have to calculate, these two values I can replace like this: 4P14 into 4P13 divided by P13 P14. P13 cancel, P14 is cancelled. So 4 into 4 is, it is 16. So this is answer. Like this you have to solve. And next important concept, that is identity. Identity, guys, it is one of the most important concepts. What is identity? If in question they say that is the quadratic equation having more than two roots. If they say like this, more than two roots, what sir, what you are saying, it is invalid? No, it is valid, because ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, having definitely two roots only, definitely two roots. But if they are saying again it has having more than two roots, it means the coefficients are equal to 0, a equal to b equal to c is equal to 0. If these values are 0, if x are having any values, if I take infinity values of x, then also this expression is equal to 0. So it is not depending on x more, at any more, it is not depending on x. So x can be any values, it can be more than 2, it can be more than infinity. There is nothing value more than infinity. But you have to understand, if they are mentioning more than two roots the quadratic equation is containing, you can simply say the coefficients is equal to 0, a equal to b equal to c is equal to 0. Like this you can answer. Now with one example, that is one question: a square minus 3a plus 2. What questions I am discussing, those are the PYQs only. Don't simply think that these are the simple questions. No, those are the simple questions only, but those are the PYQs, that is the previous year questions of JEE mains. The question is a square minus 3a plus 2 into x square plus a square minus 4a plus 3 into x plus a square minus 1 is equal to 0. Yes, this is a equation, and they are saying find the set of values of a. Find set of values. Find out set of values of a, and we need to require to find the values of a, and they are saying such that it having the more than two roots. This equation has more than two roots. So they mentioned here more than two roots. So I can compare this equation with this equation. What I said with the identity, if they said any equation having more than two roots, that equation is called identity, and in that identity equation the coefficients are equal to 0. That is a equal to 0, b equal to 0, c equal to 0. So these values are equal to 0. So first of all I will evaluate this: a square minus 1 is equal to 0, a equal to plus or minus 1. This is one set, and second set, a square minus 4a plus 3 is equal to 0. Yes, what are the values I can get here? A square minus 3a minus a plus 3 is equal to 0, a into a minus 3 minus a into a minus 3 is equal to 0. So a minus 3 has one root, and a minus 1 is another root. So here I got a equal to 3 and a equal to 1. Now third one, that is a square minus 3a plus 2 equal to 0. What I am doing here, simply I am equating the coefficients is equal to 0. So a square minus 2a minus a plus 2 is equal to 0. So a minus 2 minus 1 into a minus 2. Till now it is very important to you to understand why I am doing very fast solving, because this thing I already discussed with you how to solve. I don't want to waste your time by simply spending more time in calculations. This video will go up to 5 to 6 hours if I do calculations are very slow. So here I got a equal to 1, a equal to 2. If you observe, here I got a equal to 1, a equal to 2. Here I got a equal to 3, a equal to 1. Here I got a equal to plus or minus 1, that is a equal to 1, a equal to minus 1. So what is a common value of a I am getting which is satisfying entire equation? That is a equal to 1. So a equal to 1 is the value, because it should be common value, not the independent value. If it is containing 3 value, here it is containing 3 value, then 3 is also the value of a, the set of value of a. But it is not like that. You have to understand. Now, the next important concept, that is graph. Graph of quadratic equation. What is a graph of quadratic equation? I already discussed the quadratic equation has two roots. So what is a concept, a graphical concept of root? It means if there is an equation, suppose y equal to any equation, any degree equation, if it has any, suppose the degree n, it having n values, that is n roots. So what does it imply? That is, what is it saying in the graph? It is saying it will cut the x-axis at n number of times. N roots, because it having n roots, it will cut n times the x-axis. That is 1 time, second time, third time, fourth time. So if it having 2 roots, how many times it will cut? It will cut 2 times. So this is the graph. If it is cutting 2 times, and it is an upward graph. There is another graph which is called as downward graph. What is the relation between these two? It is having the case a greater than 0. That is, in the equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If the coefficient of x square is positive, that is a greater than 0, you will get an upward parabola. This shape is called as parabola. I will make you understand in the parabola chapter why it is called as parabola and how we get by using the conic sections. Simply, if I say the concept, it is a doubly headed chord. If I cut at an axis by taking the suitable angles, I can get the parabola shape. There is no need now. It is upward parabola, and if a less than 0, if a is less than 0, I will get what I will get. I will get the downward parabola. Downward parabola. This is most important. Now the next concept. This is a graph concept, and there is a lot more. That is a location of roots concept. I will explain. And next concept is range of quadratic equations. What is the range of quadratic equations? If this is the value, what is a vertex? It is called vertex. The lowest point in the quadratic equation. Lowest point. This is the lowest point. The lowest point is not only y-axis. It can be anything, but the tip of the curve. If it is a curve, this is called as tip or vertex. That vertex is minus b by 2a value. Coordinate is minus b by 2a and minus b by 4a. This coordinate. If we will discuss the range, if it is a greater than 0, the lowest point is minus b by 2a. Yes, minus b by 4a, the lowest point is. And what can be the highest point? The range is nothing but the y-axis. It is the lowest point of y, and the highest point is not defined. That is infinity. So this is the answer for the a greater than 0. And what is a less than 0? For this, the lowest point is minus infinity. Minus infinity, it is extending the curve, and the last y value is the quadrant, that is minus b by, that is, it will extend up to minus d by 4a. So it is minus infinity to minus d by 4a. This is a range for different set of a. If a greater than 0, this is a range, and a less than 0, this is a range. You have to understand. Now, one question. What is the question is, they are asking the integer k for which the inequality x square minus 2 into k minus 1 into x plus 8k square minus 7 greater than 0 is valid. For what value of k? We will get this. For what value of a? This, if you observe, one concept I miss, That is, what is the we can say what is the sign of the quadratic equation? Sign of quadratic equation. What is the sign of the quadratic equation? Sign, the quadratic equation can be positive, the quadratic equation can be negative. When it is positive and when it is negative, what does it imply? If the graph is entirely in the above x-axis, positive axis, it is having a greater than 0 and discriminant less than 0 because it having does not having any roots. So if a greater than 0 and d less than 0, the quadratic equation is positive. And what is negative? Like this. Here discriminant is less than 0 and a is less than 0. Discriminant is less than 0 and a is less than 0. These two are the conditions for downward parabola, and the quadratic equation is negative. Yes, the quadratic equation is negative. This is also quadratic equation, and they're saying it is having sign greater than 0. So they are saying the quadratic positive. So for the positive, what is the condition? For positive, a greater than 0, d less than 0. A greater than 0, d less than 0 is a condition. A greater than 0 is satisfied because 1 is greater than 0. But what is d less than 0? You have to find. D is b square minus 4ac less than 0. B square, this one, minus 2 into k plus 1 whole square minus 4 into what is a? 8k square minus 7. What is c? This is c, and what is a? A is 1 less than 0. Yes, so it will be 4 into k plus 1 whole square minus 32k square plus 28 less than 0. 4 into k square plus 1 plus 2k square minus 32k square plus 28 less than 0. So 4k square plus 4 plus 8k square minus 32k square plus 28 less than 0. Yes. Now 4k square minus 32k square, it will be minus 28k square. Minus 28k square plus 8k, it will be minus 20k square. Next. Two into 3k minus 1. Sorry guys, it is 3 here. Sorry. In the question, it is a 2 into 3k plus 1. So it will be 3 here. It will be 3 here. So here, if I do here, it will be 9k square. What are the changes here? It will simply 1 here. It will be reduced 6 here. Yes. That's it. There are no big changes. 9 was a 36 here now. 36, it is same. It is 6 was a 24 here. So 36, 24. One second, guys. This entire thing I can repeat here. Basically, 4 into 3k minus 1 whole square minus 4 into 8k square minus 7. It should be less than 0. Yes. So 4 into 3k square whole square is 9k square plus 1 minus 3 to is a 6k minus 8 for the 32k square plus 28 less than 0. So 9 for the 36k square plus 4 minus 24k minus 32k square plus 28 less than 0. So 36k square minus 32k square, it is 4k square minus 24k plus 32 less than 0. So I can take common 4k square minus 12, it will be 6k plus 8 less than 0. Now I have to find the values of k. So k can be k minus 2 into k minus 4 less than 0. So if I take the wavy curve, that is 2 and 4 plus minus plus, what is the range? That is 2 and 4. This is a range. In this range, what is the integer value it is existing? K belongs to 2, 4. We find the range of k. What is the integer range here? It should not be 2. It should not be 4. It is a middle value. That is 3. This is the value of k, for which it is having the inequality satisfied. That is the quadratic equation having positive. Now I will solve one important question, guys. That is, what is the value of 4 plus 1 divided by 5 plus 1 divided by 4 plus 1 divided by 5 plus 1 divided by this thing. Again repeating same. If we observe 4 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 4 by 5 plus this thing is same. So if first thing is x, this entire thing is x, this is again x only. So what I can write, x equal to 4 plus 1 divided by 5 plus 1 by x. Here it is repeating, so it will be x. Yes, this thing, entire thing will be x. So x equal to 4 plus 1 divided by x divided by 5x plus 1. So if I solve, what I will get? I will get x equal to 20x plus 4 plus x divided by 5x plus 1. So 5x square plus x equal to 21x plus 4. So 5x square minus 20x minus 4 equal to 0. So these values can be calculated. You can calculate the values, guys. Like this you have to solve. If this is an infinity pool, if this is an infinity pool, you can calculate like this. If the value is repeating, you can take the values like this. And the most important concept, last concept, guys, that is location of roots. Location of the roots, important concept. I will discuss the 4 cases here so that you can understand. There is no need to practice the problems from my side, but your side you have to practice. Because it is only concept, you have to understand. You will easily make the cases. 1 second, guys, I will open the PPT. One second, guys, the PPT is missing. But no need of PPT, I will explain, guys. There are 6 cases for location of roots. You can understand. The first case is there is an x0 number, two roots are greater than the value x0, and there is second case, there is a number x0 and two roots are less than the a number x0, and the third case there are two values x1 and x2, and both roots will exist in this value, that is x1 and x2. And the fourth case, one value, if the equation is like this, you can easily make the cases. There is no big deal here. If the cases are like this, that is one root is greater than like this, you can one root is less than x1 x2, like this. It is one root in between x1 and x2 and another root is anywhere. You can make anything like this. Also you can make here x1 and x2 like this. And now fifth case, both roots are having outside like this. These are the different cases. Simply there is no need to mug up anything. If it is case like this, what you can understand, here there is a vertex minus b by 2a comma minus d by 4a. Yes, this x value, first case is x0 is less than minus b by 2a. the first case. Like this you have to write. I am not saying the exact cases. I am simply helping you how you can write the cases in exam. That is x naught is less than minus b by 2, and they are saying the two roots are greater than x naught. So there should be a root. So what is the condition of the root? That is b square minus 4ac. It should be greater than 0. Discriminant should be greater than 0. This is another condition. And x naught is the value, and this is a f of x function. If I use the value f of x naught and multiply the condition a, what is the value of a into f of x naught? If I take x naught here, it is negative. That is it is giving the value f of x naught negative here, and a value is less than 0. Both are negative. If I multiply, it will be positive. Here x naught value is positive and f of x naught is also positive. So a into f of x value is 0. These three are the conditions for this one. And for the second one, if it is less than, same conditions, but one condition will change. That is x naught less than minus b by a. But here minus b by 2a is present, but it is greater than. So minus b by 2a is less than x naught now. And second equation say minus b square by 4ac greater than 0, and a into f of x naught greater than 0. If it greater than 0 or anything, here it is greater than 0, here it is greater than 0. Here it is less than 0, here it is less than, that is d greater than 0, here it is f of x, here it is f of x. F of x naught is less than 0, here it is less than 0. So if I multiply both things, it will be positive. So these three are the valid. And like this, you have to repeat all. You have to repeat all the conditions. If one root is in between x1 and x2, what you can do? You can find one value, that is f of x1 value, that is f of x2 value, that is negative, which is negative, and here f of x1 value is positive. So if I multiply f of x1 into f of x2, it should be negative. Like this, you have to write the cases. Like this, anything you can write. Here also, if it is both the roots are outside, here the value is negative, here the value is negative, here the value is positive, here the value is positive. So if I multiply f of x1 into f of x2, what I will get? I will get positive. In this case, they are saying roots. So b square minus 4ac greater than 0. So like this, you have to write the cases simply. That's it, guys. This chapter is completed, and some time has taken in order to explain to you all these things. So that's it, guys. If you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and also help to reach more people, more students who didn't get any access to the education. And also this video is really important for JEE Mains 2024 batch. So if you have any questions regarding to this video, you can comment down in this video, and you can find like this videos in upcoming sessions. That's it, guys. Thank you.